tell you so. Plant the land.
7:24 in Trinidad and Tobago. We've heard that refrain over and over about plant the land. Well, agriculture certainly became far more trendy during the COVID-19 pandemic, with many starting their own backyard gardens. Well, Vijay Dialsingh made the decision way back in 2012 to become a part-time farmer. 8 years later, he has his own company, Growsmartt TT Collective, a digital platform for the agriculture community. Earlier this year, he applied the Food System Vision Prize, launched by the Rockefeller Foundation. He applied for that prize. He made the top 14 list, attracting even more interest for the app. Well, we're joined by Vijay Dialsingh, now founder and CEO of Growsmartt Collective Intelligence. And we also have with us a specialist from the University of the West Indies, Professor Pathmanathan Umaharan, who is the director of the UWI Cocoa and Research Centre. Very good morning to both gentlemen. Let me hear from Mr. Dialsingh first of all. Tell us about this initiative, the app, and all of the interest that would have been generated by your initiative.
Well, first of all, thank you for having us on, Fazeer, and good morning to your audience. So Growsmartt is an question and answer app that connects the information needs of food producers to solutions provided by a community of experts and data analytics. So basically, it's a website where farmers are able to ask questions to any agriculture-related problems and get a solution from a community of experts.
So if you have an amateur like me, someone who wants to plant a kitchen garden, but every time I plant something fruit-wise, it dies, and I need help, is this going to help me?
Yeah. I didn't quite get the question, but so basically, as a inexperienced farmer, like myself, and this was my story. I started as a very inexperienced farmer with no training, and I needed to get information on various aspects of my production. So I ventured online to get a lot of that information, and the issue there was that the information was very unrelated to our conditions here. And so it wasn't able to get this a very good timely information to be able to help in my case. So a farmer like yourself who looking to get information, our platform, our app will be able to give you that information and help you connect with experts, local experts who could assist you along the way in your production.
And I'll ask you, Mr. Dialsingh, in a short while to give us that information, the website, the app, and how people access it and so on. But before we get to that, let me bring in our other guest, Professor Umaharan, who, by the way, has been based in Trinidad and Tobago since 1986. But he's a Sri Lankan national, and so it goes without saying he's a cricket fan, originally from the Jaffna Peninsula, which was one of those areas with the whole Tamil Tiger things and so on. And thankfully, he was able to avoid that disturbance and is with us in Trinidad and Tobago right now. Professor, good to have you with us this morning, and I know you might be following CPL and so much else going on, but tell us about your involvement and your endorsement of this initiative by Mr. Dialsingh. Good morning to you, sir.
The whole approach to agriculture is now changing from blanket recommendations that are given to farmers to very precise agricultural information that are given based on the location that they live and the sort of risks that they face. So this platform that Vijay is building is a very good opportunity for us to interface our information that we have with that of his app that he's building to support farmers in the cocoa industry. So that's why we are very excited to partner with him.
Indeed. And Professor, just on that point, because your area of specialty is cocoa, and we've talked for years about our potential with cocoa, that there's so much that is still to be realized. What is your sense as now we are in this period of COVID-19? Mr. Dialsingh has this initiative where he's seeking to tap into information and provide information to those who would like to get into agriculture. What is your sense right now as to whether or not we are utilizing this vast storehouse of information that you and others may have?
Yeah, I think that has been always the problem. Technologically, the cocoa production systems has really advanced over the years. We are still in a very traditional system that produces about 250 kilograms per hectare. And There are other countries that are getting as much as 3,000 kilograms per hectare. So we are far behind, and the technological interventions are critically needed to support farmers. And at the present time with COVID, the traditional methods of extension do not really work very well. And I think this opportunity of utilizing a web-based application to support farmers, I think will provide great opportunities for them to actually adopt new technologies and improve their productivity.
So if I could get back to
I'm very hopeful. Yeah.
If I could get back to Mr. Dialsingh, just so we understand clearly, the Growsmartt collective, it's about first-time farmers. Is it about the established farming community? Is it across the range that you're talking about? Are you providing services for those who are professional farmers? Is that what it's about?
That's right. So the platform is it's basically a digital reflection or digital improvement of our current food and agriculture community. So it will be made up of both experienced and inexperienced producers along the food value chain. So we'll be assisting. So we basically just like the users would be experienced of a collective of experts, including like for example the Cocoa Research Centre and many other knowledge stakeholders who would be on the platform, who would now be able to connect with this community of people interested in food production, and they will be able to share this information, the wealth of information that they have, to the general public as well as the people getting into agriculture. So it's a tool. So it's basically the platform is basically a tool to assist in improving knowledge management and knowledge sharing within the agriculture community.
So, Mr. Dialsingh, how do I get the app? I need to plant some okra, some karaili or something, because some fried karaili and dal and rices go down real nice and so on. But how do I get the app?
Right. So we currently in development. We have already so we're currently testing and redesigning the platform, the app. So we've been working with a multi-stakeholder support team in terms of getting a lot of feedback and understanding of the agriculture community, and we're looking to launch that's a project that we've been working with the Cocoa Research Centre to sort of launch as a pilot stage for the cocoa community initially, and then the learnings that we get there, we will now be able to scale to the national community.
Professor Umaharan, it's interesting that you pointed out that cocoa production in other parts of the world, many other parts of the world where it's a serious business, is as many as 12 times better as far as yield per hectare than what we have here in Trinidad and Tobago. With this new technology, can we make up lost ground very quickly? Is that possible, or are we just too small as countries and economies to reach the standards of production of larger countries?
Yeah, I don't think we need to sort of compete with the larger countries per se. I think Trinidad cocoa is considered to be of a very high quality. And I think our emphasis should be going into the very high-end niche markets and also the high-end chocolate markets. And these are the area I think we should really target. And that is why I think it's very important for us to sort of ensure that all the certifications are there, the quality management systems are there, so that we can readily enter into those markets. And that is why I think there's an important aspect of learning, for farmers and using the technologies and information systems. And I think that is the way I think we are trying to work together with Growsmartt.
See, indeed, Professor, thanks very much for your input. And finally, Mr. Dialsingh, before time runs out on us, we already passed time. Just quickly, if anyone wants to get more information again on this initiative and indeed more detail about it, how do they get that information?
Well, you can follow us on Twitter and Facebook at Growsmartt. That's with 2 T's in the end. And you could find me on LinkedIn at Vijay Dialsingh. And my email is vj.dialsingh@growsmart.com.
And again, you are looking for full introduction to the wider population by the last quarter 2021. Is that correct?
That's right. Yeah.
All right. So at least we have an idea of the time frame involved. Thanks very much for being with us, Mr. Dialsingh. And